Everybody, what's up? It's LK, the God of the FIYASquad. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. One, it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, just like me. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many, many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Gang. Hey, you know I've been recording this whole time.
Stop it.
This is good content.
This is great content.
Tonight.
All right. Also, we have a special guest back for the second time. She was with us on the coveted episode of Smoke and Fire, where we were talking about a lot of egregious stuff and giving our opinions on parenthood. Whitney.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I was choking on chicken wings.
Oh. Oh man.
That's
the intro.
That's the intro. All right.
Oh.
Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of Channel Orange. I'm your host, LK the God, the Deity, FSOD Fire Gang. You know what's going on, La Familia. I'm here with my trusted and very, very loyal, confident co-host, Puffco Poppy. As you can see, he has the merchandise on the table for his namesake. Puffco Poppy, what are we puffing on today?
What are we puffing on today? I think we got some Nature's Heritage, pink lychee marmalade, lychee, I don't know how to say it. But sativa dominant hybrid, Nature's Heritage, really good flavor in this live rosin. Consistency, don't love it. It's kind of like a flanny consistency, but the flavor's there. It's hitting. So
Yes. As you can see, well, I'm gonna switch the camera, but as you can see, he has his own handy dandy dab cam right now. As you can see, he's loading the workstation as we speak, and we will do a dab live. But we have a lot of topics today, so let's start off with the thing that we love near and dear to our hearts: Russell Westbrook's shooting form.
Oh yeah, I mean he's actually shooting it well from three of the last few games. He's shooting,
Yeah.
But Lakers are 2-10, so they suck ass. Just booty cheeks in LA.
Yeah, that's true.
Westbrook is looking better off the bench when they let him have that high usage rate, but still doesn't fit on the team as a whole. That's kind of an issue, but Lakers are basically giving the Pelicans a great shot at Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Which is wild to think about him and Zion and CJ and all those pieces with the
That'll
Pelicans.
be scary. That'll be fucking scary. Vic on that team with Zion and B.I. and Herb Jones and CJ and Dyson Daniels, who doesn't even get any burn yet. Damn. Wow. How's your team doing?
We won last night. OKC. I want us to pick a struggle. Like, if we're gonna lose, let's lose some games. But if not, we have so much young talent. It's kind of hard. They're winning some games. SGA's averaging like 30 a game this season. He's going crazy.
Yeah.
He looks like a legit superstar.
Mm-hmm.
Giddey still looks fine. He looks like he's still improving. He still would like to see him more aggressive offensively. But Giddey is definitely a special player. Still court vision.
Yeah.
Really fun to watch. He's just like one of the just gifted passers in terms of basketball IQ and just the lasers that he throws in terms of the passes. Like the backcourt, Lou Dort's fine. We're going a lot of these small lineups. It just really makes me miss Chet because I wanted to see what this team would look like with Chet. We're running lineups with like just 4-guard lineups, so a lot of these starting lineups.
And Poku.
Yeah, Poku's playing pretty well this year. Like I'm okay with Poku's development at this point. Poku's still really young, but Poku's playing pretty good. Poku, J-Dub is playing really good. great rookie pickup there. Another great guard to work with. Trey Mann is looked a lot better. He looks like he's a fucking bucket. Telling people about Trey Mann, bro. Trey
Yeah,
Mann,
he has been telling me about Trey Mann.
Bucket dog. And so they got pieces like, and if you get Chet, you add Chet to the equation. Thunder could be interesting. I'm just really sad we're not going to get to see Chet year one. Thunder really could have been interesting this year, just what they got, but
just to see it,
yeah.
Especially with Giddey and that freakishly long team.
We're talking about a freakishly long team. That's looking like Orlando right now.
Yes,
they're running bowl out here.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying.
He's running a point.
Team bowl.
He's running a point.
I've been a proponent of bowl from day one.
What is this NBA? Bowl's running a point.
Well, now they got Suggs back, so he's not running the point, but he's still starting. Bowl had a nice double last night. He went 3 from deep. You know what I'm saying? Bowl out there hooping, man. I've been telling people, man, since I seen him in Oregon, I was like, wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Like, come on, bro. If he can stay healthy, come on, bro. Look at and now he's healthy. It gave him some time to develop. He was out there playing point guard a couple of games too. This man fucking bringing the ball up the court. It's a new NBA, man. Like fucking got line up with Franz Wagner. It's fucking Hooper too. Paulo Banchero is a fucking good. I like beast. Franz. They got a bright future in Orlando. I like that rebuild a lot more than the Houston one.
Who is the top 3 rookies for you right now? If they had to pick Roy right now, who would it be?
Yeah, Paulo. Then maybe Ben Mathurin, the second scoring rookie. He's dropping 30-point games off the bench for Indy.
Why is he even on the bench? The fuck is he even on the
bench? Maybe defensive reasons. I haven't watched enough Indy games to see for myself, but I've always been a big fan of him coming out. The Wizards really missed out on maybe trying to trade up to get him. Johnny Davis looks like, man's in the G League struggling right now.
God damn, he's in the G League already.
Sent that man to the go-go.
Damn.
He ain't playing well down there. I was like, man, you need to be.
He down that joint beating his feet, head ass nigga. Wizards got no luck.
Sent that nigga. Yeah, well, that goes back to the problem. We want to talk about the Wizards. We got to start talking about their talent evaluation of these drafts, bro. Because we're looking at their last, 4 or 5 draft picks. We're looking at Corey Kispert, Denny Avdia, fucking Rui Hachimura, who's my favorite of all these picks, but still, none of these motherfuckers seem like really impact players. It seemed like, these are all solid rotation guys, but some of these niggas were taken in the top 10, top 8. You know, it's like Denny, you got to hit on some impact players at this point. Denny has been disappointing for me. Rui had the thing last year that kind of I feel like set him back. Even though I like Rui a lot, I think he should be getting a little bit more minutes. But yeah, Kispert's fine, but
and Johnny Davis hasn't even.
Johnny Davis on the go-go. There ain't nothing to even say about that right now.
He beating his feet down that John, nigga.
And he was looking like trash in summer leagues, looking like trash. And I like Johnny Davis coming out of Wisconsin, but goddamn, bro, making me look bad, bro. I was high on the Wizards pick because I felt like that was the best pick they could have made, but I feel like that's the point of the draft where we ran out of stars, and Johnny Davis has some clear holes in his game. Offensively, he's got a nice mid-range jumper, but he doesn't really have a tight handle to create any space to get that shot off. So it's how are you getting that shot off in the pros? You know what I'm saying? If you can't really make your own space. I really like him defensively, but again, you don't draft a nigga in the top 10, or top lottery, 10, lottery pick just to be a good.
Who could they have taken?
Again, that's what I say. It's tough in this draft because I'd have to look at the draft in front of me who was taken.
Got my phone. Yeah. Because if we get a good look at who they could have taken, we could. Because maybe they didn't know. I give every team benefit of doubt.
Yeah, because
maybe you was hooping overseas. Maybe you was hooping in college. That's not always going to translate to the league. Not always. But when you niggas, what draft was that? Pistons drafted somebody over somebody. It was a foreign player. Darko Milicic or some shit. What did you think was going to happen with Darko?
Well, like I said, it's not an exact science, talent evaluation. And also, you have to develop these fucking players, too, which people kind of fucking forget.
Shouts to Andre Bargnani. He got me out a lot of jams in 2K. Shouts to Andre Bargnani. Knicks legend.
Let's see. So let's check out this 200. Let's find out. So in this draft, like I said, I had 7 elite prospects in this draft. When I scouted it, I remember it was Paolo, Chet, Jabari. I like Keegan Murray a lot. I like Jaden Ivey. I like Benedict Mathurin. I like Shaden Sharp.
I mean, you
Beyond
right
that,
on all of them.
Beyond that,
What pick was the Wizards?
The Wizards were number 10. So
Okay.
They got Johnny Davis, who was left on the board. They could have got Ousmane Dieng, who we have in OKC. He's not much of anything yet. He's just all young potential. He could be great. Could be a nothing burger. We don't know yet. He has looked pretty decent. I've seen flashes of what I like in Dieng. Then, like I said, Jalen Williams. I'm not going to fake. Jalen Williams is fucking nice. Watching him for the Thunder, the Wizards might have fucked up there. Because Jalen Williams can fucking hoop. Jalen Duren, maybe.
Ooh.
But they have Gafford, and I feel like Gafford is already a young, athletic, big.
Ask Kevin Durant about Gafford.
Well, you act like Kevin Durant wouldn't do that to Jalen Duren either. So
it would look different. It would look different.
Yeah, see, this is rough because, like, I wasn't high on really any of these prospects that came after, though. Maybe Atari Eason, if you want to do that.
Yeah.
You want to do I feel like you're reaching once you're getting into this range.
I can't really blame him then.
I was a big Ty Washington guy, but like he ain't getting
a point.
Minutes. Yeah.
Damn, he ain't getting no burn. Where the hell he get drafted?
Ty is in where is he?
Damn, he ain't getting no burn.
Houston? Is he in Houston?
Oof.
Houston.
Oh, he's stuck behind Porter and all them.
Ochai Abaji, I'm not super high on. Mark Williams is in the G League. AJ Griffin, I guess, would be the only. If you need a wing, AJ Griffin might have been able to replace Denny because at least AJ Griffin can fucking snipe.
Yeah.
He's fucking sniper. He had 24 or something the other night for Atlanta. So, but I can't even fake. I'm not a liar, and I was never super high on AJ Griffin. So I can't say that I would have advocated for the Wizards to take him. So, in terms of what the Wizards would need right now, I was a proponent of like trade up at least 1 or 2 spots because then you have a shot at Mathurin or Shaden Sharp or something like that. But like beyond Shaden Sharp, and who was a big mystery himself because nobody had seen him play for like a whole fucking year.
Yeah.
He's
making a difference in Portland.
Oh, he looks very nice.
He's making a difference now.
Nice. He looks nice. So Portland has a very bright future. When you talk about Simons and Sharp, and you got Dame right now, you got Jeremy Grant right now. They're a good team now, but like looking at that backcourt, like Shaden Sharp, if he develops into what he looks like he could develop into, and him and Simons, like that shit'll be fucking nice. I'm definitely on that Shaden Sharp bandwagon. I like Jaden Ivey a lot too. I don't know if I love the fit with him and Cade, Keegan Murray has been good as advertised.
Yeah, man, Killian Hayes, he was getting buckets the other day.
But this season,
he's
rough.
He was shooting faders in the lane. I was like, ooh, Killian, okay, Killian. Okay. He out there getting burned because, Cade ain't there. I get it. Kill.
Yeah, I just don't know where the Wizards could have gone unless you want to go AJ Griffin. AJ Griffin was probably... If you want to go for shooting, because AJ Griffin at least will give you the skill of, like, he can fucking snipe it.
Yeah.
And, like, I can't say that about Denny. I can't say that about Johnny Davis.
I even take Okai Abaji. I mean, 3-and-D, fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure he's out on Ochai Abaji. I think he's a good player. I just don't know if he's, like, a real impact player.
Yeah.
Definitely good. But I'm actually, if you're looking at the Wizards, I'm looking at J-Dub. Like, I'm not just because I'm a Thunder fan, just because I've been seeing J-Dub play. He started the other night. He's really, really fucking good. And he wasn't really on my radar when I was scouting either. But he's a really good passer, really good playmaker, really smart player, can get a bucket. Like, J-Dub's fucking nice, man. I see why they were so high on them. And, like, I trust Sam Presti at this one because I was not a Josh Giddey.
Yeah, you gotta trust Sam.
I was fucking a little upset when I heard Josh Giddey over Jonathan Kuminga and all these other people there on the board. I was like, what the fuck? But then I watched Josh Giddey play all year, and I realized like Josh Giddey is. I
love Giddey, dog.
Yeah, it's like he's become one of my favorite players to watch. He's a special talent.
I love him. I love Giddey. I would like him to run point on any team I got. He can run point.
He still has some development, and he's still got some work to do.
That's fine.
He's a jumper.
He's a big ass point guard. Yeah, I love big point guards.
He is such a gifted passer. It's crazy. He makes some insane reads and passes. Like, I love how they have Josh Giddey do the inbound passes too for every situation too, because he's that much of a laser. Where that gives you a strategic advantage. Just having this man inbounding the ball will have niggas like on their toes for back screens and cuts and shit because he will put that shit on the money. I've seen a couple times where Giddy has hit niggas with a lob pass from out of bounds, from the inbounds, and just caught niggas on the oop type shit. Like
that's why I really want them to keep. Like, I mean, it's probably not gonna happen, but I really want them to keep that team together, dog.
Yeah, it's like I hope they don't trade shade.
Keep it freaky, man. I like this freaky ass team,
yeah,
especially with
weird.
Chat.
Yeah, they're weird and lengthy. And
yes.
They got Ojman. What if Jang becomes something?
I would love to see what that looks like with Chet out there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it would be real interesting with Chet, man.
Just to see it. They'd be fucking 500
playing anywhere to the level that, like, Paolo is right now.
Yes. They jumped straight up to fucking Sacramento King status. Just off that. Off rip. And that's not even a high bar. I'm just saying, they would get some more wins instead of being the ass end of the NBA, like usual. On purpose. Kind of on purpose. Kind of not, but they do.
Nah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, I'm a big fan. Like, I think my favorite rebuilds right now are definitely going to be Orlando and OKC right now. The shade, like, I know I'm a Thunder fan. I've been watching play more than other people, but I need people to understand how good this nigga is.
Yeah, I think it's amazing.
The last 2 years has been at an all-star level. And this year, this man's averaging like 30.
You wouldn't know it.
5 or some shit.
You wouldn't know it. Like, you remember when...
Also a very good defender, too.
You remember when Devin Booker first got in the league and he just scoring. Lost. 45 points. Lost. You wouldn't even know it. Yeah. Until your team get better. You just out there hooping. Like Darren Fox. Hooping.
He's hooping right now, yeah, for sure.
But losing. Like, it's crazy.
Still not a great team, but... They're better. I like Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray's a good player, man. The Kings at least they trying. I give the Kings respect for like going all in for Sabonis and like it might not work, but they going all in to try to compete. You know who fucked up? The motherfucking Timberwolves. Like, what are they doing? Niggas already was kind of scratched. So we're gonna have Cat play power forward? You playing power forward? Why does this? Maybe they're geniuses and that's something we don't. Nope. This doesn't work at all. Rudy and Cat. So. And I saw someone make a great point. I think it was on the Ringer where it's like the reason Cat is so good is because he's burning centers out there with the mismatch. But him playing power forward, you just made him a tall ass shooting nigga. Like he's not special anymore. Yeah. Like you've made it. You've taken the mismatch aspect away, and now he's on the perimeter against more perimeter oriented like stretch big. Like that takes away the advantage of him being the pick and pop center, 7 foot nightmare matchup where he can just blow by bigs. Or, fucking take, smaller players on the block. Like,
well, I will offer him this. He has been getting fouled out a lot.
Because this nigga's always getting fouled out.
He's not getting fouled out all the time.
He's not a good defender. I don't like a 7 foot player who's not a rim protector. This nigga's a fucking liability.
When Embiid come to town, he's fouling that nigga out immediately.
Yeah, man. Another team looks like a hot ass mess, too.
I don't know.
They don't get rid of Doc. Look, bro. Doc Rivers. The fact I seen a nigga put out a diss song on Doc Rivers, bro. The streets done put a diss song. Fans is fed up. Motherfucking Doc Rivers has been coasting off that one goddamn Kevin Garnett ring his whole fucking career, bro. Doc Rivers is fucking terrible.
Hey, listen, I've said all this before. He used to be my coach. I hate him. I don't like Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers. Man.
I do not like it. I don't like it.
Sixers just look like a mess, man.
They're going to look like that for a while, too. Until they realize that, I don't want to put it on one player, but this shit don't work. This shit don't work. Joel Embiid is not posting up. He's shooting threes. What the hell? I saw a goddamn, what team was it? I think it was the Nets. They was running small with Ben Simmons at the 5, and
Simmons.
And Embiid did not post up. He was out there shooting jumpers. Let's transition, man. I can't talk about these fucking Sixers. They suck. I hate this team.
They're winning right now, at least.
It's Harden not there. All right. Harden probably flew to Atlanta. There's a transition for you.
Atlanta?
Yes.
What you think about the final season / final episode?
All right. The final episode, it was I liked the final episode. I like the inception of it all. with Darius. And I like the fact that they were together, like I told Jizzle before.
The main core.
Yeah. Like, if they just ended the whole series and they weren't together, I probably would have been upset. I like the poetic ending of being ambiguous, like Sopranos. I like the fact that they should have been fucking left the restaurant. I don't understand what made them stay there that long.
Yeah, that shit was like, because Van wanted to go there first, and then she's like, let's dip. And then it was Ern who was like, maybe we should say, like, bro, just go.
We can leave. We can leave.
But that's another thing of the brilliance of the show of Atlanta, because the store owner was making a good ass point, though. He was spitting facts. He's like, that's a traditional way sushi served, but if a nigga from Atlanta do it, it's some ghetto janky shit. But if any other sushi restaurant does
this nigga said warm white Hennessy.
Yeah, I forget.
And
it was funny as shit.
He tried to serve the nigga, what was it, fried chicken skin salad.
Yeah, I was just like, man, that's wild. It's an old Blockbuster video.
I'm like, you can't even try that shit. That don't even sound good. And then the blowfish, I'm like, bro, don't eat that, bro.
Yeah, that's just like,
don't eat that, bro. Yeah. I was literally watching a YouTube video on Mojo.com of the 15 most deadliest animals in the world, and one of them was the blowfish. You know why? Because it's super fucking dangerous, and they poisonous as fuck, and you gotta have a very, very, you gotta have a fucking license to cook this shit and serve it to people. I'm like, bro, don't eat that shit, bro.
Not out of a Blockbuster.
No, don't eat that shit, bro.
Not out of an abandoned Blockbuster video.
Don't eat that shit. I'm like, no, that's it. You can't even
though he was spitting facts, though. Was the sushi owner nigga spitting facts?
Okay, you can't Farrakhan that shit.
Yeah, but that don't mean I'm gonna eat the sushi.
No. You can make me feel bad, but I'm still gonna go to Popeyes. I'm on the way to Popeyes.
It's like, young niggas going to Popeyes, aren't you?
It's across the street. It probably smells. Listen, I work in a shopping center that has a Popeyes. And you can smell it. You can smell the Popeyes. Popeyes smell delicious. You probably smell Popeyes in that piece of shit Blockbuster restaurant. But, yeah, man, Atlanta's over, man. I'm kind of sad, but I'm kind of happy that they wrapped it up and they didn't drag it out.
Yeah. Just go out on top, because I feel like this season was like a light wrap up to it. Like this is, I don't know, man. People are always saying like they're getting on me because I'm not my favorite season. It feels like this was just kind of like they were just kind of coasting to the end, and it's just like because I felt season 3, the Europe season, was so ambitious, like with the one-off episodes and even the episode with Paperboy and the dude who stole his raps, and like there was like some deep shit going on. Like there was some ambitious stuff going on, and like I feel like season 4 is very different. It was very light. It was kind of back to basics of just like I don't know. It was really like filler-y. But not in a way. It's like we did get some shit to advance the plot, like the camping episode. But again, that episode wasn't super funny. That was just like we have to resolve this Van Earn shit. Yeah, you know, it's like certain things where we have to resolve this Paperboy plot of just like his gangster shit, him wanting to be on the farm, and like I thought that episode again was okay. It was kind of had its suspense. It was like, is Paperboy gonna die on this farm? You know, like
that's the one thing I can say is the knock on Atlanta is the journey from nigga trying to,
it changes a lot. Yeah, from just being about the hip hop.
Yeah, like, and we never got a lot of that. I liken this show to LeBron's show, Survivor's Remorse. I used to watch it all the time. It's about a basketball player who plays in Atlanta, but they never show him playing basketball. It's only like after the game or before the game or life off the court and shit. I'm like, we never see this nigga hoop, but he's supposed to be so dope. And we never see like the journey of the rapper or whatever. I would like to see that show of like what really happens trying to rap. But you know, it was what it was. It was an ambitious show. Damn, we gotta grade it now.
What, Atlanta?
Yeah.
The season or the show?
The show.
Oh, the show gets an A. That's an A, maybe even an A plus. Like, I mean, like, I don't know, because like even though it underwhelmed, like Atlanta's still a better show than most shows on TV. Like a bad season of Atlanta is still better than most seasons of anything on TV.
I give it 87 oranges out of 100.
Like the show as a whole?
Yes, 87.
92.
92?
Matter of fact, 94. I really like Atlanta.
94. You're thinking about the Liam Neeson episode. That's
Not
the
just, I think Atlanta is I think it's a cultural achievement. A show that is about black culture.
Yeah.
That's really what Atlanta's about. Like when I was trying to explain to my mom to what the show Atlanta's about, because she's like, I don't want to watch this about a rapper or something. It's like, but it's not really. And the first season or and a half, or 2 seasons might be about Paperboy's rise as being a rapper, but after that, it's really not. It's just a show about black culture. Yeah, that's just what it is.
It's not even like a linear story. I mean, it is linear as in like, okay, he's here. He's at this point, now he's rich. In that linear, but everything else in between is like mishmash. Like the Goofy episode or the Teddy Perkins episode.
Yo, that Goofy episode. Nigga. 95. You just
95?
remember that Goofy episode.
Okay.
I had real tears in my eyes when that man said, I probably drew a pair of gloves dapping at least 1,000 times. Fucking white. Hey, Mo. That motherfucking Goofy. I don't know if you might have lost your camera there, too.
Oh, yeah, clocked out. Okay.
That motherfucking Goofy episode had me in tears. Stitching. That shit was genius. That was the genius episode of the final season. The fake document. And I love when Atlanta is not afraid to get weird. Like to not even have our cast in the episode and just do some random shit like that. To do a whole fake documentary. They got Brian McKnight and all these fucking people in there. Like, bro,
yeah.
They were all playing it so straight and serious, so it made it so funny.
That's what the problem was. I was watching it. I was like, okay, because I definitely looked it up. I definitely researched
so good.
it.
You had to look it up.
I looked
it
the fuck up.
You're just like, did this happen? What the fuck?
Who is this nigga?
Yeah.
Did this really? And I looked up. I went so deep. I looked up the people that was getting interviewed. I'm like, is this a real person? Oh, this is a real person. Oh shit. Maybe all this shit really did happen. Hey yo, that shit crazy.
So fucking good.
But I didn't know that about Goofy movie and all that. That's
I didn't know about the cultural significance of Goofy. Like when the animators that was true in the part where they're talking about how Goofy. That white animator dude was talking about Goofy's like he's supposed to be a Negro basically. He's slow witted. He's all this shit. So it's like okay, if you want to make Goofy black, then it's like I just find it hilarious because the Goofy movie again. This is why Atlanta is such a brilliant show. It's a show about black culture because Atlanta identifies the Goofy movie is a hood classic. Like that's a black movie.
It is.
Even though it's like one of them unsaid things. It's like. The Goofy movie is one of the blackest shit too. It's Tevin Campbell in the movie. Yeah. Like that shit is black as fuck.
Powerline, yeah.
It's about a single dad. It's about all this. So when they're talking about what the movie was supposed to be about, when they're going into it, like the real ending was they were supposed to go into the thrift store and find Huey Newton's wicker throne, and then they're supposed to do, or it's just like Goofy was supposed to get shot by the police before the end of the movie. It's like, bruh, niggas trying to make the blackest movie of all time. Genius. Wrapped in genius. It's so fucking funny. It is so poignant. It still speaks a lot to just like black culture. That's the classic episode. For me, that was a standout for this season. Fucking Goofy episode. God damn, that shit was so funny.
If I had to think of my favorite Atlanta episode.
Yo, before we even move from the Goofy jump, the fucking jump where the old man's talking about where he did the Goofy laugh in the boardroom. Bro, tears. Just real tears. He's like, it was chilling. I almost cried. My man said, yuck. Yo.
Bro, I was not even.
And he played it so serious.
That's the thing. I couldn't even laugh. I'm like, bro, are they joking or did this really happen?
I was like, oh my god.
I'm like, did all this shit really happen, dog?
Then they talking about they never found his body, but they found the Goofy
The gloves.
Oh, like Atlanta, 95 out of 100 oranges, if that's our rating system for the series.
95 out of 100.
85 for the season.
My favorite episode is definitely the Teddy Perkins episode.
Yeah, it's a classic. That's a classic.
That shit was insane. And hilarious.
Yeah, Teddy Perkins, that's classic. Classic episode. Atlanta's a great show. I'm definitely going to miss it, but I feel like it seems like they're running out of steam for this story. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get a lot. Like I said, it seems like they were done with the Paperboy shit. Where it's like, he's rich, he's kind of at peace, he is who he is. I like the last episode we did get with Paperboy because it does show like a character study into him. Like he went through all that, broke his foot, and still wouldn't ask for help. And then was just like, I'm good, bro. Like, bro, like you almost died. Like, what the fuck, bro? I like that he's getting teased about it in the next episode, showing some like continuity where it's like, yeah, you broke your foot, nigga.
Right,
Like,
it's funny because as soon as they was like on the YouTube video he was watching, he was like, these Jones will tip over.
yeah,
Or like, don't trust
he said, I've
them.
lost a couple uncles to him or some shit. He
I was like, oh, this Jones gonna tip over on his ass one time. I knew it.
I really thought he was gonna, like, there were some times, again, Atlanta.
This nigga might die.
Yeah, I thought a couple times episodes, like, is he gonna
die
die out here? Because we getting to the end of the series, like, is episode 10 about going to be the repercussions of Paperboy dying on this farm? Because this is a penultimate episode of the whole series. And, like, it's all about Al, and it's about him trying to find peace from that gangster life, and, like, it was kind of beautiful. Like, the fact that he found so much fulfillment in just fixing that little tractor and just riding around on it, just on some dumb shit where he's just like, I'm out here, nigga. Like, we out here. Just, like, he just wants to be away from all that gangster shit that has surrounded him. Like, you say, like, Paperboy's an interesting character. Like, you know, obviously, Brian Tyree Henry's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. For sure.
Oh, store's full. Oh,
That's what it is. That's why your shit's shutting off.
That was bad. Need more stores. Fuck it. We can run
Tilt
over
this
that one.
bitch,
Yeah. Tilt that one.
Got it. Slide over.
Don't worry, I'll cut that part out.
Word.
All right.
Yeah, Atlanta, great show, man. Great show. Speaking of great shows, I'm not gonna let this shit go. Andor.
Nah. Go
One of the
ahead.
greatest speeches I've ever heard in television history. Everybody go watch Andor. It's probably the best show on TV right now. The House of the Dragon is over for the season. Andor has become my number one show. The number one must watch. When that shit drops, I gotta drop what I'm doing. I gotta watch that show. Andor's gotten to that level for me. Luthen's speech. I replay that shit on the daily just for motivation, bro. Like that. I've never seen such a well-crafted Star Wars show. And I love The Mandalorian. Mandalorian is one of my favorite shows. But this is, I dare say that this show might be better than The Mandalorian. Although Mandalorian has more action. That shit is certainly cooler. You're going to get more of the cool shit. But this show, the dialogue, the writing, the pacing, they're taking their time doing these 3-episode arcs where we get 2 episodes of setup. So every 3rd episode, that shit is just lit as fuck. Because then you're so invested in these plot lines, you're invested in the characters that they set up. You're invested in, like, I think the first episode was the first arc was the Ferrex arc, just introducing the Cassian and his escape from his home planet. And then the second arc, we get the heist that builds up, and you get to know the other players in the heist. You get to a couple of the complaint of the show is what made the show good. Where it's like, this show's really slow, but it's setting up everything meticulously. So when you do get the payoff, that payoff is satisfying as fuck every time. Because they really do a great job of investing you in the characters that set up. And then 2, the actual rebellion that we've never seen. The ugly side of the rebellion in Star Wars. Not space wizards and Skywalkers and all this clear good guys and bad guys. Like, shit is dark and ambiguous. It's good guys having to do bad guy shit. It's, you know, that's the dirty part of the rebellion, of the people who won't be celebrated, the people who aren't going to be remembered, the niggas who run around while the Ewoks are out there jiving and fucking Harlem shaking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one fucking celebration, fucking Ewoks in that jump, just fucking Millie rocking and celebrations. Like, the niggas who are dead long before then, you know what I'm saying? Like, who did the dirty part of the rebellion. It's like, I had to kill some stormtroopers. I don't have Jedi powers. I'm not a space wizard. I had to get my gat and fucking smoke a couple fools for the rebellion type shit.
Is the show finished already?
I think we have 2 more episodes this season. So I think they said they're going to be 2 seasons of 12 episodes. We just did episode 10. Best episode so far. By far. Andy Serkis. Killed
He's
it.
in it?
Yeah, he plays a character in the prison arc that we just had. We get one of the best prison breaks I've ever seen. I was so fucking invested in this prison break. I can't even tell you how riveting it is, because when you set it up for 2 whole episodes, like, I'm so into, like, yo, Andy Serkis and Andor got to get the fuck out this prison, bro. Andy Serkis makes, as a matter of fact, even though there's one of the greatest speeches in TV history that was made that episode, Andy Serkis also has a really fucking dope speech in the prison as well. I'm not trying to spoil people because I want you guys to go watch it, but, like, Andy Serkis, fucking phenomenal. He fucking kills it 10 times over as Kino Loy. Shout out to Kino Loy, one of the best characters in Star Wars now. He's cemented. I don't know if it's great. It's great. Everybody getting some shit like the episode, but yeah. And it shows you, like, again, why people would hate the Empire. Basically, I'm gonna spoil, like, this is a slight spoiler, so if you don't want the spoiler, but, like, the Empire is basically using prison labor indefinitely. So when the prisoners finish out their sentences, instead of being released, they will just send you to a different prison. And you'll just be like,
damn,
you're never getting out. You're gonna be in this prison labor system forever until you die for the Empire. So that's why it's like, once the prisoners figure that out, the prison break becomes epic, because then it's just like, so we're already dead basically, because we stay here. We thought we was getting out. If we get our sentences, like, I'll just serve out my 1,000 days or something, couple years, or year. Like, once they figure out, like, I do that and they're just gonna send me to a different prison, bro. The fuck?
Damn.
That ups the stakes, where niggas are like, look, whole lot of us are gonna die, but we're gonna get out here one way or another type shit. All I'm gonna say is one way out. One way out. Y'all know what that means.
You don't know what it means. Alright. Pokemon leaks. We have a week out, baby.
So first of all, shout out to Ash Ketchum for winning his first world championship.
He finally did it, baby! I'm 31 and he finally did it.
He's what every employer wants. That's the best tweet ever. He's a 10-year-old with 25 years of work experience. That's what every fucking employer wants.
He's a vampire. That's what the fuck he is. He's a fucking vampire.
But he did it because he actually picked a good competitive team too. I don't know if you've seen Ash's team, but he's got a Gengar, a Dragonite, a Lucario, a Dracovic. Like, he actually picked non-garbage Pokemon. So good for you, Ash. That's why you won. Stop using half evolved Pokemon and fucking stupid ass
Shouts
competitive.
to Gengar, baby. Shouts to Gengar. Now, with the leaks that came out and everything, okay, here's the thing. Because we have discourse about this all the time. I feel like it's important to read some links, or important.
Yeah, you were talking about this earlier, because like I try to avoid the leaks, but I never can, like, before, because I feel like the leaks haven't been as fast and furious this time around though. But like, I did see the starter leaks. Those were, like we were talking about, those are the only ones I was kind of interested in.
Yeah, you have
the rest of the game I could be a surprise, but that starter gonna be with me the whole game.
Yeah,
and I want to make an informed decision about what he's gonna turn into.
Yes,
I made some mistakes in the past.
Yes.
I'm looking at you, Decidueye. I'm looking at you, Decidueye.
Everybody hates Decidueye.
He's trash. I picked him twice, and I picked him in RCS, and he was trash again.
Oh no, he did it twice. See, I went with motherfucking Top Explosion. I went with Top Explosion.
You was right. You all were right. But at the same time, like, Decidueye is getting his ass beat the whole fucking Arceus run, man. That's me, dog. Same way with Sun and Moon, bro. That nigga's garbage. Incineroar supremacy, but
So with the leaks and stuff, it's kind of looking like they're separating. I mean, they're kind of looking like they're separating the game betwixt like time, like past and future.
Yeah, it seemed to be alternate forms. We saw the Donphan. They put that officially in the trailer. We saw two forms of Donphan. The Great Tusk and then the Iron Tread or whatever.
Yeah, Iron Tread, Iron Thorn.
Yeah, whatever. But like, that kind of confirms part of the leaks because that was part of the leaks that were rumored that we were going to get alternate past and future versions of certain Pokemon. And it looks like that is the case. That's a Donphan and it looks like, the Salamence and all that stuff might be true as well.
Yeah, like I was telling you earlier, like, it's making people choose. I mean, if you don't, you can always trade.
That's what trade support. Pokemon is always about a game that you need to have friends. It encourages you to have human friends to fucking get the opposite game and trade.
But if you're antisocial, it's making you choose between whether you want to have a Tyranitar or a Salamence, basically.
Trades, baby. That's what trades are for.
I would always pick a Salamence.
Matter of fact, I was talking to my niece today. She's getting Scarlet, so I'm gonna pick Violet. So I'm gonna be able to at least trade with her. I know, got a couple of homies at the office getting the jump.
Yeah, I don't really like. I might gotta go future, man. I don't really like a lot of.
I don't. Well, I just played Arceus. We just did pass. I don't want to do the pass again.
Yeah, I might do future now.
Yeah, I want to do the future. I like the ride Pokemon better too, where she was talking about that made her decision too. Do you want the jump that like runs around and shit, or do you want the sleek little bike and shit? I want to be whipping. I want my jump to be. I'm good with the future. Give me Give me that. I don't remember.
Maybe that nigga climbs mountains or something. That's what.
Yeah, it's different. The Miraidon is like
Yeah.
more old school.
Yeah.
He runs and climbs, or the other one is like more high tech.
Jet.
Yeah.
Joe flying and shit.
So, and especially I'm a red version originally too, so I'm gonna go for the blue. You know, the bluish tint this time. And go for violet. I like the exclusive Pokemon. All the exclusive Pokemon from Scarlet I have already.
Mm-hmm.
For like in my Pokemon home already. So it's like, you know. Like I said, I'm big into Pokemon. I got my Pokemon around here somewhere. Like,
yeah.
It's in my bag.
Yeah, so I guess we'll
actually putting together some teams earlier. I'm trying to get some battles in, you know.
Have our first notes after Friday's launch day.
Yeah. So I will definitely get it launch day. I just made enough money to get that now.
Hey, c'est la vie. That's alright, man.
But yeah, I'm really excited. Pokemon means the world to me. It's probably one of my favorite franchises. It's one of the things that like has connected to the generation. Like my kid loves Pokemon. It's like I loved Pokemon when I was her. Well, not her age. Pokemon didn't exist when I was 7, but close to her age. You know, like in the next couple of years, she'll be me, and she's got a head start. Yeah. So it's exciting. Something we can do together. We can enjoy together. We watch the Pokemon anime together all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we do stuff like that. So something like I can enjoy as a parent, but I still enjoy it. As you see, I'm into ruthless competitive double battles.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of my thing. Like I really like competitive battling. It's fun to me. I think it's challenging. I think it is, but it's simple too. It's like it's simple, but also it's complex. You get into double battles at a high level, like world championship level. Things get it gets math. You're into damage calculations and things like that. But Pokemon's my shit, and I'm very excited. It's always very exciting to explore a new generation, a new region, a new metagame. This is way more cooperative, which I love about Pokemon. We have 4-player co-op now.
Yeah,
niggas can explore the world together with your friends, and like that's fucking amazing. It's got more Arceus kind of mechanics, even though it's not like Arceus, but like again having the Pokemon be able to roam with you and stuff. Very cool. Really making dreams come true, man. I'm huge into it. I'm very excited to build my new team. I've got a couple Pokemon I got my eye on already.
Yeah.
A few more. I just want to be surprised and run across in the game and build my team. I wonder who my final 6 will be as I get to the Elite 4 or whatever version of that is in the game. I'm just excited. I'm definitely picking Sprigatito as my starter though. Team Sprigatito, Supremacy. I'm trying to even name him Turp Kitty. Maybe like a Dab Cat.
No, this nigga didn't say Dab Cat.
Coco Kitty. I gotta get a good nickname. So like when you see Sprigatito, I'm gonna have some drip.
Nigga said Dab Cat.
Turpy. I was gonna call him
Turpy. I guess I gotta name my daddy crocodile or something. I don't know.
Foy Coco.
Foy Coco. I don't like the name. Maybe he's like
you're going Foy Coco.
Day of the Dead Mexican style Pokemon.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, he got Mexican, real Mexican. It looks like from that leak from the middle stage.
I like the design.
As someone with a shiny Ludicolo, I cannot. Most Mexican.
You already have inclusion on your team. All right, main event: Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. All right, here's how we can do this. Let's do
non-spoiler first.
You want to do non-spoiler first?
I don't know. Are we just on full spoilers, or are we just saying fuck it?
I say we go full throttle.
All right. I mean, people seen it. They got a chance to see it.
Yeah, they have a chance to see it. By the time we'll put the spoiler warning. I'll put spoiler warning in it.
Yeah.
But spoiler warning. Let's start. Let's start with Shuri.
I thought they did a good job of adapting her comic art.
Mm-hmm.
Like Shuri, I think Shuri did a good job throughout the movie, carrying the movie.
Mm-hmm. She did a lot of heavy lifting, along with
Angela Bassett,
Queen Ramonda.
Yeah, Ramonda really was. She needed an Oscar for that.
Yeah, she did heavy lifting, but she also told him, "Yo, get me up out of here. Give me about this franchise." She did her job.
I did not like the inclusion of Riri Williams. Like, I don't think it was necessary. I thought the suit looked good and she was fine for her role in the movie, but like, it felt really unnecessary. I was like, why are we doing Riri Williams in this? She's got her own show. We could have just done her origin in her own show. Why are we doing this in the Black Panther movie? Basically juicing this runtime to something that's like, I'm getting tired, nigga. This movie long as shit. But in terms of the most important aspects of it, how they handle the grief, I think they did a great job of dealing with an unenviable task of like making a sequel to the movie. Not only did the main actor, the lead of your movie die in between the movies, but you're not recasting, and no one knew about his sickness. Like you didn't expect him to die. Right. You wrote a script with him in it, right, expecting him to be in it. And you were just like, yeah, Black Panther 2, baby, it's done. And then you hear not only the tragedy and the devastation of like your friend is dead, but also the script you wrote is you're gonna have to toss that out, player.
And, they did what they had to do with what they had. I mean, they still made a good product. Killmonger.
I didn't like the cameo.
Ah!
I didn't. Me and Tariq were talking about this. First of all, who doing fresh retwist up in the ancestral?
His hair grew.
His hair grew
the fuck out.
And it's just like he got it redone. Like you got to retwist up that down. What?
Maybe I don't know. He's in hell.
Yes. Also, I didn't need that, and then I feel like it was an unnecessary part of the movie. Where it's like, let's have Shuri take a slight Breaking Bad turn where she's just gonna be evil for a bit, and then she's gonna come back to the light. And it's just like, why did we need this? Like,
yeah, I was like, this deviation, and I was like, oh,
this got a little annoying.
Is she gonna break bad in the middle of the movie?
She's like, now just murder. I'm all about murder. And it's like, what?
It's tricky having a character arc in the middle of a movie. Like,
it just seemed like a hard turn, and then she ended it up. Yeah, I didn't love that. It felt forced. It's like, we got to get this Killmonger cameo. And we can't, obviously, we have to do the thing where she takes a heart-shaped herb, but we're not going to fucking General Tarkin T'Challa and CGI fucking remake him. Or Princess Leia this man. Let's not do that.
I could have seen him do it. I was like,
disrespectful. So it's like... So I figured that's why they forced it in there. It's like, it has to be Killmonger. It makes some sense because he was the last Black Panther. They are technically family too. So she would see him in the ancestral realm. That's why he's like, what's up? What are they, cousins or something? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, they're family. So it's like, I love Killmonger, the character, but it's like, I just didn't love the cameo. I feel like that and the Riri Williams stuff could have been taken out. I was like, you could have just made it a regular ass scientist or somebody different. It didn't need to be Riri. I guess it explains why she could make an Ironheart suit that advanced. Because she like made it in Wakanda.
Yeah.
And I feel like her show is going to be her not having that suit. She's going to have to build like something in between. And then at the end of the show, she's going to get that Wakanda suit back. And that's going to be her main suit, It's
going to be like, have vibranium in it or some shit.
Because if she had that at the beginning of the series, it'd be like no series. Because that shit like... Yeah. That's super advanced, probably more advanced than anything Tony can make because you got the vibranium and all that shit. So it's just like, but I did like the design of the suit. It looks really good. It looks like her champion's version of the Ironheart suit, which I like a lot.
I did not like the Midnight Armor. I did not.
It looks exactly like the comics. Like,
it's disgusting.
So if you hate it in the comics and you'll hate it, it looks exactly like the jump in the comics.
God awful, especially when
and I think they know that because again, like they were talking about it, like that was one of the plot points in the movie. Okoye being like, "These Jones is ugly as fuck. I'm not wearing these."
And then she looked like Iron Man. Like you got two Iron Men just flying around out here.
That is a thing from the comics though. With I forgot her name, Michaela Cole's character, and it's usually Ayo. I think they left in the comics, but like it's kind of similar. That might be the Wakanda show. It might be about them being like super spies. And
yeah. I'm definitely excited to see the Wakanda show if they're gonna keep it like from here. With
should give Denai Guerrero the show.
T'Challa Jr.
That gives us, possibilities. We're
Winston Duke. I
love M'Baku.
Yeah,
M'Baku is so
he's amazing,
cool, bro. Great character, man. Every time he's on screen.
And he's king now, so let's make a show about that.
They kind of implied that, he might be the ruling, because it seems like Shuri doesn't want to rule. She wants to just be Black Panther.
Black Panther, that's cool, too. I
like Shuri's arc, too, because it's an arc about her being a woman of science, not being into the traditions and shit.
Mhm.
Because even in the beginning, she's like, I don't even believe in Boss, but like, I'm gonna pray to him to get my brother right. But she even like the whole movie, Angela Bassett like go through our old ways and traditions. Like, hey, look, traditions, like nigga, science, like man, like, sure he's all about the technology. So I like that being an arc for her, where she has to like embrace the tradition of what Black Panther means, not just the technological aspect of it, where she's just trying to like.
I mean, she embraced it when she wasn't telling nobody who she saw in the ancestral plane.
Which is also annoying. Everyone's like, please trust me. It's like, nah, dog.
Nope. You can't tell bruh, you can't tell nobody that. I saw our murderous cousin.
The treasonous killmonger is who I saw.
They're like, oh, did you see T'Challa? Nope. I saw our murderous cousin. What does that mean? Ding.
Like, he wasn't wrong about his thing though. He's like, Killmonger did get shit done, and like,
he wasn't wrong.
And he's like, you gotta protect her because Riri is from the Lost Tribe, as he says. You know.
Here's the thing, bro. Ultron was right. Thanos was right. Killmonger was right. But they all wanted to kill people, so it levels out. You're right, but you're wrong.
Yeah, it's like, I mean,
right plan. Your execution is insane though. That's always a drawback with villains. You know what I'm saying? You might have the right idea, but
speaking of villains, I really like what they did with Namor. I like what they did a lot. Yeah, because Namor's like all the people not comics accurate. Namor's fucking lame as shit in the comics, bro. He's fucking angry, edgy Aquaman. Like I like this is much more interesting.
Winged ankles. You know what I'm saying?
They made him scary, legitimately. Like he's very, very strong in the MCU.
Very strong. And I did like, I mean, although the mechanics might not make sense on his winged feet, but I did like the way he
could pivot,
course correction and everything. That shit was amazing.
It showed how fucking scary and powerful Namor is. Like if Aquaman could fly and was way angrier and way more willing to kill you.
And had way more drip.
Yeah, is way more willing to fucking murder you. And I think they really set up the because like when I heard of the movie premiere, in the comics it's T'Challa and Namor have a blood feud because he flooded Wakanda during Avenger vs. X-Men. But like, how are you gonna do that without T'Challa? But now we see why there could be a blood feud between the Black Panther and Namor now. Namor killed her fucking mom and drowned her ass and drowned Wakanda just like in the comics. He fucking flooded Wakanda. They did the shits. They did the big comic thing of like, are they going to flood Wakanda?
Yeah, that shit was.
And kill the queen. And he did that shit.
Hey, as a nigga who can't swim, a water bomb is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it's terrifying. I'm also the closest thing I have to a phobia is like drowning. So it's just like, I don't want no parts of that.
Terrifying. And I want to point out, it's a bad fucking idea to battle a race of underwater people with a fucking pod in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, I was like, y'all gonna take them on the ocean, bro?
Y'all are gonna die. Like, they're aquatic people. You're gonna go out there on their field? You're crazy. Oh yeah, how you feel about the final fight? Boss fight. Didn't kill the villain though.
We can't kill Namor. He's important.
Kept the villain alive.
He's an anti-hero. You gotta keep Namor around. He's too important to the MCU.
He's his first mutant.
He is. He said it out his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I am a mutant.
Mm-hmm.
I am a mutant.
He's a mutant.
He is the first
mutant. That's 2 mutants.
But he is, canonically, just like in the comic books, Namor is the first mutant because he's been alive for so long.
Oh, yeah.
So Namor,
but we got 2 mutant reveals in the MCU so far.
I love that they said it outright. Like, Namor, he is a mutant. I pray we get Krakoa. Please do Krakoa in the MCU. Please, God, do Krakoa. That's all I care about. But, like, I want to see some X-Men. I want to see some mutants. We're getting there. We're getting closer and closer.
We're getting closer, man. Like, Namor. No love. Namor.
No, it was cool. It was cool. Like I said, seeing Tolakan and not making them just Atlantis. We already have Atlantis in DC. We have Aquaman. We have all that. This did a much better job of just giving them some culture. And it makes sense from a geopolitical standpoint where it's just like, yeah, we got vibranium too. And like, y'all revealing yourselves to the world threatens us now.
Well, let me ask you about the politics behind that, because that's kind of like a good point with the whole vibranium thing. Like, if Wakanda lets America get vibranium, they would be a superpower if nobody else had vibranium, right?
Yeah, and that's why I love the political. This is my favorite part of the movie is the beginning where Queen Ramonda's making that speech at the UN, and she's just like, they're just like, you said you would share your resources, but you're not sharing vibranium. It's like, you think we can trust y'all niggas with vibranium? What would America do with vibranium? Like, nigga, you'd immediately make a new nuclear bomb or some shit. And like, it's just, nah, dog. So it's like, it's not because we're going back on our deal. It's like, we don't trust you with vibranium because like, guess what? You guys attacked our compound about an hour ago. Here are your fucking soldiers.
Yeah.
That we spared. Or we could have fucking marked all these niggas. Here, France.
France.
Yep. It's like, yeah, y'all niggas came and tried to hit us up.
Why did it have to be France? The French
colonizers, man.
The fucking French, bro.
Fucking colonizers, man. That's trying to get the message. So I fuck with this movie, man, because this movie still politically it's saying some big things. It's showing some like powerful Afrofuturism. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so how do you feel about the treaty that they had to sign betwixt Wakanda and Talokan? Because they both have vibranium for some reason.
Yeah, what is the treaty? What the agreement they made at the end of the movie? It's just like, we'll have your back if you once the humans turn on us, basically.
Yeah, he was like, look, we'll keep it secret, basically. Because they still don't want nobody to know they have
Yeah, no one knows about Telecom, right? Yeah, like, Shuri's going to keep the secret. And, like, Shuri just made the right decision. She's like, she made the reasonable decision at the end, where it's just like, M'Baku laid it out perfectly. I love M'Baku, where he's just like, we could kill him, but, like,
he's a god.
Yeah, like, he's not just a leader. They revere him as a deity.
Will beef with
it's a forever. Yeah, it's going to cause a forever war.
Yeah.
Like, if you want us to be at war with another very powerful, vibranium-rich, super strong fish people forever, sure.
No.
Or we could just cut a deal with this nigga.
Yeah.
And be done with it. Like, especially once they dry that man out. Great plan, too. Like, again, like them using their brain to figure out, like, he's only Superman / Thor when he's around water. Every time he does some dope shit, he jumps back in the water. Maybe he needs the water. Like, let's dry him out and see how weak he is. Like, again, I like Shuri because she is the inventor. She's the science person to use science more so than Black Panther heart-shaped bird powers to beat.
Those powers come with hands, by the way.
No, I like the scene on the side of the boat too, where she's like fighting and swinging like dope shit.
Dope shit, yeah.
Yeah, and like I'm cool, and like Lupita great in the movie as well. Love that.
Do you think it's kind of? I don't want to be that guy, but do you think it was kind of ass pully how she kind of like ran up on them and stole everybody back?
That's her skill set. They established that though, like that she's the best spy in Wakanda.
Best spy. She ran up in that joint with a shotgun.
Yeah, it's like, and they fucking, and again, it's a misunderstanding. They kill. It's like this is how wars get started. And Namor is like, once you kill that person, he's like, all right, let's go do some shit. Like Namor.
But that's the thing about even tying in like House the Dragon, like you shouldn't play like that because random accidents is going to happen to make us go to war. We don't even want to go to war for real. Like that random casualty, like, oh, you killed one of my people, now I'm going to kill your queen, and then now somebody's going to be mad about that and try to kill Namor. Like,
well, I feel like Namor was unreasonable too, because even it's just like, you don't have to kill the scientist. Like, if the scientist agrees to not make that device again, and you can make sure, like,
well.
I also thought that was kind of a plot hole. Like, Riri's so smart, but she doesn't understand that her making these things is her professors are clearly giving it to the U.S. government. Like, it's like, Riri, you're supposed to be smart. I don't know. Riri Williams it's a problem. It's a complicated issue because Riri wasn't introduced well in the comics, so she's not a beloved comic character. Even among people like me who are black, I'm rooting for black characters because, like, I don't think she was introduced well. She was introduced off of the back of Civil War II. Garbage event. Hate it. Like, Tony Stark gets beaten into a coma by Carol Danvers. And so he's, like, dead but not dead. Someone else needs to take up the Iron Man mantle. Dr. Doom does in an awesome book called Infamous Iron Man. Read that shit.
Infamous Iron Man.
Yes, but also Riri becomes Iron Man and she's guided by AI of Tony. But no one ever respects her as, like, a real successor to Iron Man. So it's like, they should have just made her Iron Heart from the start. There's a new Iron Man. It's a black, and no one bought it. Because, like, you're going to bring Tony Stark back in, like, 2 months, bro. And they did. And it's just like, no one respected her. She didn't have a great backstory. They gave her a lot of personality. Not enough black writers on her, in my opinion, to give her a real personality.
Hey, is Asgard her hood?
God damn, that was bad. That's why, like, it's almost be like, don't give these characters to white writers, bro. And I'm not even trying to be racist about it, but like, shit like that makes you second guess everything. Riri is not a great character, I don't think, in the comics. I like her more in the Champions book. I think she has potential. I don't, obviously I don't have the same complaints that some of the racist people do. Like, she's a Mary Sue. Like, I'm not against an intelligent young black woman who's, genius level intellect, who's a fan of Tony Stark, who could build her own Iron Man. I think that shit is cool. I also thought it was funny, like the line where the niggas like, oh shit, she got an Iron Man armor. Like, you seen that? Like, yeah, it's like, like, I ain't even against that, but like, it does come off as like, I don't think she's just developed enough as a character. Like, I don't know anything about Riri.
I mean, I guess really it's kind of supposed to be like a shoe-in for her going forward, like they did with Spider-Man and Black Panther in Civil War 2. I mean, not Civil War, but Civil War. Like, let's have their little preview in this movie, and we'll give them shows and movies after this, and you could be like, hey, you guys like...
Yeah, it's like, yeah. I don't know, I didn't love it. I feel like she was really unnecessary to be in this movie, but like...
Oh, we didn't talk about, sorry to cut you off, but, Allegra DeFontaine.
Yeah, we get some Thunderbolt set up, I think, or something set up, Civil War, like... We learned that she's the head of the CIA?
CIA.
Yeah, CIA. So not SHIELD, but she's the head of the CIA, and she's the ex-wife of Everett Ross, which is okay.
Hey, but the funny thing is, if you've seen Veep, she's doing Veep.
She's
basically doing Veep.
I'm a big Seinfeld person, so she'll always be Elaine to me. Like, that's Elaine from Seinfeld.
If you watch Veep, she's definitely doing her rendition from that show. It's hilarious.
Yeah, no, Elaine is a legend. Like, I'm a big Seinfeld guy, so like, you know. Yeah, so interesting. Well,
I'm hearing rumors. They think they say Thunderbolts are gonna try to go get some vibranium.
Yeah, that's the rumor now. It's something involved in that. Like, we'll see. Like, Thunderbolts is, I guess. Like, I mean, they recast the Red Hulk since William Hurt died. What did they get? They got Harrison Ford.
Yeah, Harrison Ford.
So that's...
I don't know how that's going to work.
He's got to be a Red Hulk, right? Like, you don't cast Harrison Ford to be Thunderbolt Ross.
This whole time, I thought Everett Ross was going to be Thunderbolt. I mean, not Thunderbolt Ross, but Red Hulk.
Nah, he's just a spy dude from, like, the Black Panther.
I never... when he popped up in Black Panther 1, I'm like, he's just...
He's just a spy.
He's just this guy? Like,
yeah,
he's too close.
Yeah, that's his thing.
He's too close. All right, what do you expect from JR going forward?
From what?
JR. Junior. T'Challa Jr.
I don't know. I think it's just really more of a tribute. Like, honestly, it's like, I think it does give them flexibility to continue Black Panther mantle in the future, should they choose. We're obviously getting into some time travel fuckery. Kang is the next big villain. We got a Kang Dynasty movie. Obviously going to be some time travel shit. So we might be able to, flash forward or move forward in time and get like a T'Challa Jr. being the new T'Challa.
Walk through a portal grown. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, like and then we get another Black Panther, and then it gives us a way to recast in a respectful way that honors his legacy. Like, this is his son, but, shit like that. I think that was the main reason, honestly. From a corporate standpoint, I think that's what it was, to introduce, like, a possible... or even if you wait a decade before you recast, maybe Shuri gets a movie or two, and then, you do some shit like that, and then you want
Black Panther marry Storm.
Yeah, and then he'll be young. Maybe by the time that kid's, like, 17 or something, you recast, or 16, and then he could be a young Black Panther and be T'Challa, and you can, you start over. That's your way to recast respectfully down the line, but keep the movie franchise going. Give Shuri a movie or two. Yeah, give her a trilogy. And then after that, you can just recast. Or maybe they want to get her out of there fast. Like, maybe they Kang Dynasty some shit and get, anything's possible with Kang the Conqueror. We're into time travel fuckery.
Yeah, so the next Marvel movie,
Quantumania,
we'll see more about Kang. So we gotta rate it. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I will give it I'll go 86 oranges out of 100.
83.
83.
Good. It's very solid. I have some nitpicks. Like I said, I feel like the runtime should have got cut down a little bit, but
Yeah,
really love
make it
the
cry.
fucking tribute to Chadwick. That opening Marvel jump
Mhm.
had me a little misty eyed. I'm not gonna lie. Just the silence, how they respectfully that when the fucking casket goes upright and they're all fucking and just like you feel it. It's just something about it. And this, the silence, like the moment of silence over the Marvel title card, and just showing all the greatest moments of Chadwick in the MCU, and just like even though he seems like he wasn't there that long, it's like he did have some fucking moments, you know?
Yeah.
Like he really impacted people so much, like. And I'm really not a person who really gives a shit about celebrity deaths or like, cause I don't know these niggas and like I don't feel usually connected, but like I felt that. I felt just how much he impacted. Like Black Panther is such a special movie because it's such a cultural phenomenon movie. Like I really felt that. Like it's just like everyone felt extra connected to this guy.
Especially when we all found out what he was going through.
Yeah, the circumstances and shit. That's
dealing with all these movies and appearances and stuff, and actually doing Make-A-Wish stuff. He did a lot of Make-A-Wish stuff.
I saw an interview with Ryan Coogler today where he was like, "Man, when Chadwick was filming the Warriors Fall scene, like from the first movie, when he was fighting M'Baku on the waterfall or whatever, he was always like fucking really tired, and it took him a long time to warm up. And like I was always like, man, it's odd, man. He's in good shape, but this man's always like gassed, and like he didn't understand, like and it all made sense later. It's like this man just fight. He didn't tell nobody, bro. He was just in that jump fighting through it, just with fucking cancer, doing some movie star like fucking crazy shit, and it's just like, bro, he really did all that and didn't tell nobody, bro.
It's fucked up, dog.
And he said he also said like he would have these waves of sadness, and it's like maybe he just has depression, you know, like, but he's dying, knowing your mortality. Like I got a clock on me, like I'm like I'm doing this, but like this is it for me. This might be my last. Like that's fucking dog. He's wrestling with his own mortality, and no one knows that. They're just like, oh, he's in an off mood today. You know, like man, he seems like he's really down, but like. What he was going through is crazy, so I like how respectfully they did that. Like the movie is about grief. There was like, like my aunt was saying, we were on the phone. We're like, seems like I heard a lot of people complain that the whole movie is about dealing with his death. That's the whole point of the movie. Like that is the movie. That's the plot of the movie. It's a movie about grief and about dealing with death of someone you love. Two people in this movie. Spoiler alert. Like we talked about the Queen. So it's like we get back-to-back funerals in this bitch, and it's a movie about processing your grief.
That was a rough scene when she had to wear the funeral garb all over.
Again, the one she didn't throw out because she couldn't like.
That shit was crazy, dog.
That's what it's like. It's a movie about black grief, about not. And again, maybe I'm even working through this review. I have to go back on what I said before about the Killmonger scene because it does make sense. Like, it does make sense. It's one thing when my brother died, but like my mom was murdered by this fish man. He gotta die. Like if that man drowned my mother. Then it's just like, I don't give a fuck what you talking about in Baku. Like, this nigga's gonna fucking die. He gonna die. He gonna die. He gonna die. He gotta die. So it's just like Killmonger being there, giving the speech that he gave. I'm gonna even forgive the cameo, you know, because it kind of does thematically make sense. She's in a rage when she's taking that power, like they said, like he said in the jump, like she wasn't taking it for some noble reason. She's taking it to get the power to kill that fish man. Like, and he's hip. It's like, you did the shit for the same reason I did that shit. Trying to get these powers, bro. Like, to get
trying to get shit done.
Yeah, you're trying to get it done. So it's just like, I'm going to raise my score to 85.
85! We have an average score of 85.5.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. It's ambitious. It's better than what most of the Marvel. Look at the shit we got from Marvel lately. This is a step up in a million ways. This is a movie about black grief, about still Afrofuturism, and like you know the effect of Wakanda being the richest, most respected nation on earth, and how the white nations would not take that well, and also just about like I said, an exploration of black grief, black overcoming that, about uniting societies, you know, we got a lot of Mesoamerican shit. Love what they did with Namor, giving him some seasoning salt on his character, and just giving him, you know, like, I don't know, like that dude is like his first major acting role. That dude's awesome. The dude who played Namor,
I heard he's from Narcos or some shit.
Or maybe his first major movie role or something like that. But like, dude's fucking killed it. Like,
he did a great job.
Yeah,
I liked it. I mean, I really like the movie. It, like you said, it's the best thing for Marvel in a while, man. Like low bar to climb, but it's still the best
low
thing
bar.
for-
Yeah, it's like low bar, but like at 85, like it's a good film. Like Ryan Coogler he's a good director.
Yeah.
Man's a good director.
All right, so I guess that's everything. That's everything, folks. Thank you for joining us on a new episode of Channel Orange. I was your host, LK the Guy, the Mogul. I was here with C Jizzle. Excuse me, live from Temple Hills. Paco Poppy. Tell us what you love them. Subscribe everywhere. Gang.
FSOD. Burn up.
FSOD. FSOD.